Hi, Saints. Hello. Hey, Saints.
Thanks.
And welcome back to another episode of the Hey Saints pod. I am your favorite queer saint, Jame.
And I am your other favorite queer saint, Zamir, aka the greatest at it. Why? Because I'm the greatest at being me, baby.
Can't nobody do it better.
Nobody doing like nobody.
So, hello. How are you doing today, Zamir?
I am doing quite well. It's a little rainy here, so I'm feeling real chill, real zen, real quiet stormish, you know?
Okay, quiet storm. Give us your quiet storm voice.
We're not doing that.
Go ahead.
I'm great. Had a great night's sleep. Good breakfast.
Hey, man.
Did I tell you I started making my own yogurt?
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it.
Because you said it was what, two simple ingredients? Is that right?
Yep. I love it. I know you don't do yogurt,
I do
right?
not
And
eat
cheesecakes and stuff, right?
I do not eat cheesecake.
I won't.
I'm very picky in particular about the things that I ingest since I was a baby.
I won't get on it. I won't get on that. I'm just gonna skate over that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I eat my yogurt. Everything's great. So all my yogurt eating people out there, make your own yogurt if you can. Enjoy it. It's good for
What
you.
are the ingredients?
So, well, actually, I said two simple ingredients as if it's just like to go to the store and get it. You have to get the bacteria that you want, the kind of bacteria that you want. I use kefir, right? And all I do is I get the kefir, put it in, and kefir is like these little pearls, kind of like bacteria. It's a certain kind of bacteria. I forgot what the thing is. Anyway, and I get the milk that I want. I pour it on top of the kefir, let it sit for about a week or so, however long I want it to ferment, depending on the type of taste I want. The longer I let it ferment, the more sour the yogurt will be. So sometimes I'll like cut it 3 days, right? Anyway, put that on top of there. I use organic grass-fed milk, and it's great. You get the omega-3s, you get all the good stuff, the good bacteria for your gut and your skin and all that stuff. But now, if you don't have kefir, you can literally get let's say you go to the store and you want Greek yogurt that tastes like Chobani or something. Get that from the store. All it takes is about like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of that. Put it in like a thing. Put your milk on top of that, and let that ferment. You can do it that way. Some people, I think you're supposed to, if you do it that way, you're supposed to boil it. Boil your milk, let it get to a certain temperature, then pour it on top of your yogurt with like the 2 tablespoons I'm talking about, and let that ferment for about like a week or two, or maybe like a couple of days. Depends on how you want it to taste. Yeah.
Okay. Now, where would somebody get, what was it, kefir?
Well, my kefir was given to me.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure you can get it on like, I don't want to say Amazon, but I'm pretty sure if you go to like a Nature's Own or like a what is it in 5 Point, like Seven Onda or something like that, like a herb store or something like a natural store, they probably would have it there, or at least the bacteria that you can like sometimes the bacteria will be in capsules, and you just break them and put inside of your milk that way. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot.
All right. For all you people out there that enjoy gross things, go and make your yogurt, get you some bacteria and some milk.
Gross is egregious. That's crazy.
Ferment that thing, let it sit up in your fridge, and then put it in your mouth.
That's crazy.
That's
insane. And also, you don't put it in the fridge because refrigerating
it in the fridge.
It stops the fermentation. So you only put it in the fridge when you're done with it, and it's when it's the way you want it to be.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. That's all right.
Yeah. Muy interesante.
That's cool. That's nice. People are getting into, not people are getting into, but it's always cool to see people who are into like making their own stuff. I got one of my besties is learning how to do his own sourdough bread and things like that. So it's like, okay, look at the people being like, the store. No, I'll do it myself.
Absolutely. And sourdough, if you can do sourdough, you can do yogurt. Bacteria, all the same idea.
I was about to say, it's all, it's kind of the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Kombucha, all that
Interesting.
stuff. The more you know.
That also sounds like something I will never need to try. But
what? Kombucha?
Kombucha.
I love it. That's next. Because it's black tea, but it's fermented black tea. You get the little, what do you call it, SCOBY or whatever, which is the mother bacteria. You put the tea on top of that and let that ferment. However long you want it.
I also don't drink tea. Never have. Never liked it.
That's all right. It's not for everybody.
Hey guys, we're gonna have to just find something that I'm gonna just have to find something that I like. I bought a cookbook.
I know that's right. What kind of cookbook and who's it by?
It's called Everything's Good by Toni Chapman, the Moody Foodie on Instagram.
The Moody Foodie. I probably follow them.
Probably. She's real pretty. You see her?
Yes, I like her.
So she has a cookbook. I purchased that. I've had it for like a month now. I have not picked up a fork or a spoon or
but that's okay.
A pinch of flour. Not once. But
we support you supporting right. We support you supporting Black businesses and Black entrepreneurs and like all that stuff.
Supporting Black businesses.
Yeah, what are you going to say?
I'm sorry. Thought about somebody had tweeted. What? Somebody had tweeted the other day. They were like, "So y'all really was out here buying OnlyFans subscriptions?" I said, "Well, excuse me for trying to support Black."
I'm screaming. I am in the name of Black entrepreneurs. Yes,
we're trying to support Black entrepreneurs.
Screaming. Absolutely.
I don't now.
That's right. I didn't.
I did.
And listen, your money, and you need it now.
I wanted to see.
There you go.
And they were available. They were just on the paywall. I said, "Oh, what's $5? What's $10? What's 20?"
My thing was, I just knew better for me because I knew like the people I wanted to see or whatever I was curious about wasn't going to be behind that paywall. It was just going to be people picking their toes, and I'm like, all right, I know better.
Now, some of these pages were scams, though. Like, I paid this money to see nothing. Okay, don't play with me. Don't piss me off.
The same pictures that were on your timeline for free, or now I gotta please.
It's the same.
Please.
It'll be like the same. This is putting me out here way too much as the saved one. I'm putting myself out there way too much. But like, child, the same 30-second clip that's on your timeline is on this page behind the paywall and not expanded at all. Leave me alone. I'm gonna report this payment as fraud.
Dispute the charge. Absolutely. Hack.
I'm sorry. I was hacked.
I'm screaming.
Okay. Enough of that.
Okay, this is not what we came here to talk about. Well, man, yes, it was.
This ain't what we came here for. The people didn't come here for that.
Yes, they did.
But I will say, what you guys do with your money is fine, as long as it's not hurting you or anybody else.
Yes.
Do what you please.
Yes.
Just make good decisions. Make good choices. And that means screening these pages before you subscribe. And that also means making sure you're not spending money that you don't have to spend.
There you go. And it also means that you're not spending money on things that support killing the community and that are detriment to yourself and the people around you. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That can get a little tricky, that part, because there are a lot of things that we don't know that
I'm talking
back in
knowingly.
But the things that we know,
you know exactly what.
We do know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The 99% of the time when we are giving money, we know where it's going to, or we have an idea of what our intent behind why we give is why we give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you heard the man.
You heard
Tighten
us
up.
now.
Tighten up. Okay, so now we're going to get into our first segment of the show called the Gospel Spotlight. Now, this week, Zamir has our spotlight, and it's not necessarily gospel, and that is fine. Who you guys, Zamir?
I just wanted to take a brief moment to shout out the one, the only, the ever so ethereal, ever so wise, ever so everything, Miss Toni Morrison, especially considering it's Black History Month still, okay?
Yes.
She was born during Black History Month, February 18th to be specific. Happy birthday to her. If you're not familiar, she is one of the most prolific voices to ever grace the earth. And she passed in 2019, August 5th, 2019. God rest her soul. So if you're not familiar with her, she's the author of such works as Sula, also Beloved. What else? The Bluest Eyes. A lot of works, a lot of which were studied in high school and whatnot.
Yeah.
Still to this day are being studied. Songs of Solomon, that's another one. Jazz. I'm reading one right now. God Help the Child. She focuses a lot on like Black women, the Black voice, and specifically on what it means to give us ideas about existing outside of the white gaze. And I love her through and through. She really got it, right? She really, her essence, her being, her story really resonates with me because she really understood how we should be celebrated as humans in the world, right? It's like the different things that make us who we are, and the fact that nobody has it all figured out is what we need to figure out. You see, but I love her, God rest her soul. And also, she is the first Black woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize for literature. She won that in 1993, the year I was born. Just wanted to put that out there. I ain't ashamed. I'm not ashamed. Okay, just because you were born in 1970.
Don't play with me.
That's
Don't
fine.
play with
That's
me.
fine.
Yeah.
But that is my girl. That is my shout out. Shout out to her, and may her legacy continue to live on through us. And also, she has a quote from a video I saw of an interview that I wanted to discuss if we had time sometime today.
Go ahead.
So in the interview, it was talking about, I think the question concerned like religion and like who's right, who's wrong, what should we believe in, all this stuff. Part of her take on things and her giving her explanation, she said, a quote now, it's a little lengthy, but it says, "It's not so much which of these things are right. It's just that we lose the love, the mystery, and the generosity of religion. If it's not generous, it's only based on hierarchy of exclusion. That seems to me that therein lies the rob, that the people aren't good enough for the religion they espouse." And that resonated with me because that's essentially part of the platform that part of the reason why we have this platform here and why we do what we do. Because simple and plain, a lot of people put everything into these different religions and different practices and rituals and whatnot. And all in all, baby, you got it wrong. Right? You use these things to exclude people or damn people to hell or kill people and steal and all that. And it's just, that's literally the exact opposite of why it was created in the first place. Right? It's very hypocritical to say the least, and counterintuitive and counterproductive and all that wonderful stuff. Excuse me, not so wonderful stuff. But yeah, that quote there just encapsulated a lot of what I believe. Anyway, shout out to her.
I love that. Shout out to her. And yes, the thing with religion is a lot of times somewhere along the line, we lose the plot, and that's where the issues pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, religion has been used and bastardized in a way to control people. And and too many people like to be brainwashed. Too many people are happy being obtuse because happy. Okay, they revel in the thing because they are now accepted by a community, or now they have a sense of identity or belonging, despite the fact that these people probably hate your guts because you're black, or because you're gay, or because you. They just need your. They just need.
You'll look past it for community.
For community.
Helen Baylor said, "We all want to be loved," and look at you,
look
putting
at you.
up with anything to be.
Oh. Come on, somebody. They literally said, hey, we need more bodies, so let's put our slaves together so that way we can get a better vote.
Yeah.
It takes 3 of them to make one of us.
Yeah.
So let's just round them up and start counting so we can have a bigger vote.
Yeah.
They don't care about you, baby. Anyway.
Amen. Before we move on, I will also say, in reference to Toni Morrison, thinking about Beloved.
Yes.
I didn't read the book, but I saw the movie.
Yes.
When I was a kid. One of the most disturbing things that I've seen as a kid.
It was scary.
First things first, I never needed to see Oprah peeing on herself. Never needed it. Never needed that. Never needed that. I think also Thandie Newton at the end of
coming out on that porch.
I think that is maybe that is probably the second naked woman I remember seeing in my life.
I think it was the first for me.
Whoa.
Like naked, like
naked.
Everything's out.
That's it.
All in the name of art, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the movie that is the moment that did it for me.
You said that was the moment you said, actually, no, thank you. We're going to do an all beef diet. No fish.
What if that's the moment I said,
I'm
no fish plates?
No, please. Please. No, thank you. That is so funny.
Whoa.
It's so funny. No, the mom was already there.
I still quote things from that, like, make me feel good. Touch me.
Because first of all, you just learned to speak. And those are the words you choose. Get away, demon. Get away. Okay.
And Danny Glover over there, beloved. Beloved. I didn't need it.
I forgot about that part. Oh my Lord.
Those are the things that I quote all the time from that movie.
You need to let that go.
Dude, oh my God. I just saw a couple of weeks ago, Dorothy Love Coates, the gospel artist, is in Beloved.
Did I know that?
So
I didn't know
that. There's this scene
when the church mothers
from the church.
Yes, when they were praying her
opens
out.
The song.
Yes. I did know that.
Dorothy Love Coates.
Yeah.
A gospel legend. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
I said, would you look at that?
Yeah. And also I think that was, now I could be wrong, but I think it was the last movie, the lady who played like the grandma, the matriarch, the preacher.
I don't remember who that is.
I think she was like Oprah's mom. She played Oprah's mom or something like that. She was a very, very awarded, highly regarded actress. I think that was her last movie. Who else was in there? Not Big Mama. Yeah, Big Mama from Soul Food. She was in there too.
Yes, Irma P. Hall was in there.
That's my girl. But yeah, the mothers came. They said, "Oh,
B. Richards."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I remember her face. This is a tangent. Look at us going back to our roots. This is a tangent. Looking back and watching footage of the Nicholas brothers, the tap dancing duo, if you remember them.
Dorothy Dandridge's baby daddy. If I'm no mistake. Okay. So one of the brothers is the father of Dorothy Dandridge's daughter. If I'm no mistake, I could be wrong. Fact check me now. Now, maybe I made that up.
Harold Nicholas and Dorothy Dandridge were married.
Yeah. And they had a daughter.
Whoa.
If I'm no mistake.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah. Black history.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's okay. And
he
actually the one that I was about to talk about.
And he was in the movie. He was in one of them was in 5 Heartbeats. Oh no,
and that's where I was going with this. I was watching a video with them. I was like, that's the nigga from the 5 Heartbeats.
Yes.
My God.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
The more you know.
A legend.
Yeah.
And they didn't, okay, they kind of did make he was like a mentor and stuff.
Yeah, he was a dancing mentor and everything.
But
like
I was a kid. It wouldn't have clicked for me that this man here is a legend.
Yeah.
So it was me watching footage of the Nicholas brothers dancing a few years ago and really looking at his face and being like,
I know you, baby. They were hopping and doing flips up in the air. And I mean, like, when I say like jumping off of like things that are like up.
Yeah.
And just landing in full splits and pop. So, oh my God. Yeah, sweating out their pompadours.
Their perms.
And their perms. Yeah.
But okay, happy Black History Month.
Okay.
You just learned me something.
Another one.
I didn't know that he was married to Dorothy Dandridge. I didn't know
Another
that.
one. So he was in the Blues Brothers.
Another one.
Idio, adia. He was like the little maestro. And the thing. So around that time of the Nicholas Brothers, he was real big in it, and he did a cameo in the Blues Brothers. He was the older black guy.
Oh,
what is his name? His name escapes me. It is like
I know there were legends in the Blues Brothers.
Because there was a whole lot of them in there.
Because Aretha was in there.
Yeah, she was the wife, the girlfriend, and then she did the You Better Think and all that. And
You Better Think.
Shaka's
in the Blues. Maybe I gotta go back and watch the Blues.
Erica's in there, but they're different ones.
Erica's in Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah, they're different ones.
The original one. Apparently, Ray Charles and Shaka Khan.
Yeah,
are in the Blues Brothers. I have to. And James Brown. I do remember James Brown because James Brown was the preacher.
Yes. And they they stood out.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember. I'll send you his stuff. But anyway, he was big in the Nicholas Brothers like that era and whatnot, because he would wear his like his tuxedos and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he was a maestro person.
Cab Calloway.
Boom, Cab Calloway. Yes. Also, but a lot of people don't know his sister. She was also a force in the thing, but she didn't get as much time because she was a woman.
Who was his sister? Because I see now that I'm looking at, I see who his daughter is. That just
the more you know.
Who was his sister?
I don't remember her name either. See, that be the thing. That's what I be telling people, because I don't be remembering nobody's names and stuff. But his sister, she was real big in it. Yeah, I don't remember, but she was also
older sister is Blanche Calloway.
Right, she was also
jazz singer, composer, band leader.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Child, his daughter.
Yeah.
Cab Calloway's daughter.
Yeah.
Is Janet Dubois.
Yeah.
From Good Times.
That's right. But
Walona.
But a lot of people don't know that also she is the one who's singing. She wrote and sang the Jefferson theme song.
Yes.
And moving on up, that's her.
Child.
The more you know.
Hello.
Full circle moment.
Hello. Come on. The Black History is historying.
For sure.
On today. Now this is gonna come out like March the 1st. But
y'all gonna get it when you need to.
You gonna need this when you get it.
Okay, you're gonna need them. You're gonna need them. You're gonna need them after a while.
That's crazy. Ooh. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I love that for us.
We just uncovered a lot. Wow.
I'm trying to think what else. I have a lot of other interesting facts.
I need to see where Blues Brothers is streaming so I can watch that tonight.
It should be hard to find.
Blues Brothers 2000. Erica was my favorite part of that.
Okay.
I think Aretha's also in that one too.
Yeah, yes. She sings
but
respect.
Erica playing like the voodoo priest made so much sense.
It made sense. Because why not?
And then she would sing.
Erica doesn't get enough props on her vocals, but anyway,
she does it now. Because I was just talking to one of my besties about Erica like 2 days ago, because he was listening to he's trying to get he'll find an artist and be like, okay, let me dig into your catalog.
Right.
He's like, okay, her voice is not for me. Which, knowing him, I'm like, okay, I understand. Right. But he said he stumbled upon a cover she did of one of his favorite Shaka songs, and he said she sang down.
What song?
But
is
he was
this?
like, it's so different from her style. But she killed it, and I Stay.
Oh, yes.
That's the name of the song. But I was like, that's the thing about Erica, right? Because I always pictured Erica a certain way until I think that was a Shaka tribute. It was BT Honors. She did What You Gonna Do For Me.
Okay, I can hear that.
8. And I said, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I didn't know.
We can hear that.
I didn't know. Yeah. So that's also a thing where you have these artists and they have their signature styles and stuff, and so you always look at them as that, and you don't realize there's so much more to the voice. I wouldn't have known that Erica has like this very, very strong soprano.
Huge. I mean, just if she can sustain it, and it's out of this world,
and it's controlled, and it's not, because you know how some people you know how some people will go up there and it gets real wild
and a little wobbly and
it gets real wild. Which reminds, I don't want to say.
Don't say it. You don't have to say it. You're going to say it because you're going to, it's you, but you don't have to say it. I just want people to know he does not have to say this. But say it.
Most of the time, if I say I don't want to say this, it's because I know people who will hear it and be like,
and he's going, and then he's going to proceed to say it anyway.
Well, the Bible says if it's in your heart, you might as well have said it.
I am screaming. Come on, word.
But no, Jennifer Hudson is somebody who it gets a little.
And I think
it gets a little.
I'm not going to hold you.
As she opens up.
I love to hear my girl holler, but I just think at this point, it's like everybody we've heard her holler. We've gotten used to her holler, right? Like the surprise of the thing. Because again, she comes out of the gate a lot of times just hollering.
Yes.
Yeah. So now everybody's kind of like, all right, we get it. You can sing. So yeah, but also with all of that, I just really hope she is taking care of her instrument.
I hope so.
Because that ain't no joke to be going up there immediately straight out the gate, every song, all the songs, all the time, years and years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Like, come on, baby. Anyway, but that's my girl.
I almost went down another tangent, but we got a show to do, because I was about to mention the Mariah Carey tributes that they did. Because I realized when I listened back to the last show that we did not talk about that, and
I'm gonna keep
because who put that together?
Who put that together? And that's what. And then oh God, I just. What is going on?
Whoever put together, I don't know if you watched it yet, whoever put together the D'Angelo and Roberta Flack tribute, which was great. Whoever put that together should have done something for Mariah. I don't know who, because why do you have Kesha singing for Mariah? Hello,
And I think
Kesha.
the idea was like, oh, let's get a whole bunch of people who, because everybody loves Mariah. Well, everybody doesn't love Mariah, but everybody
I
should
don't
love
want
Mariah.
that.
But also, I didn't think they were like, oh, let's get some of Mariah's friends or some, like, I don't know. I'm assuming, but there was no rationale, and it just really seemed all over the place. And I really feel like y'all were playing. And I feel like that almost every time Mariah is honored, it's always some kind of fool them. Like, y'all, this is Mariah Carey. Just get up there, and you don't have to sound like her. You don't have to do what she does, but take it seriously, right? Do a good job. Do what you do. You out there with the tricks and the shows and whatnot. Now, I will say,
the one person I was looking forward to hearing was Shantae Moore, and then they gave her, "Baby, if you give it to me, I give it." What is she supposed to do with that? Shantae was like the one person in the whole tribute who could have carried
everything,
any song.
And I was disappointed in Billy. I was. And the thing about
Billy
it is,
said he was sick.
Save it. Now I was going to say something real ugly. Save it. The thing about it is, I see where he was going, right? I see what the vision was, and it could have been executed. It could have been what he wanted it to be, but the thing was, him being him, doing too much. It's like you have the thing here, you making the potato salad, and you know how you make it every time. Make it the same, but now all of a sudden on Thanksgiving, you want to try something different. Okay, you want to put other stuff in the potato salad that you ain't never put in the potato salad before. So now here we are, we're expecting the good potato salad, the same potato salad we've been getting Monday through Friday, December through December. Now all of a sudden, you give us this. What's that video of that woman cussing out her daughter for the macaroni and cheese?
That's immediately what came to
Now we got to go back to Goose, okay? Because you wanted to play with the macaroni and cheese. No. Clean it up yourself. Billy, you're doing too much. Just do what you do.
Now, I will say, I actually liked the arrangement.
I love the arrangement.
I thought was really cool.
I agree. Because I was like, oh, this is different.
The execution was all over the place. I saw some people that were like, for a tribute, you should just sing it normal. Well, no. I'm gonna. It's a tribute. If I can do it, then I will do it.
Yeah.
But if I have room to play, I will play. But if I'm going to play with it, I don't want to be up here playing games.
Right.
I'm not up here to be playing around.
Thank
Billy Porter
you.
got up there and was playing around.
Yes. Now, because it is a tribute. This is one opportunity that we have to show you what your artistry has meant to us, right? And the way we've interpreted the things, how the things have helped us, all that wonderful stuff. So every song should not be exactly how you recorded it, how you did it. It should be my interpretation of how I received your art, right? And I'm coming to you in my way, giving the best of what I have based on what you've given us. So yes. So no, it should not be. He was right in the vein of let me do it my way, right? Like you said, the arrangement was good. I was looking forward to it. Had he done it right, it would have been it. Because like I could listen to the video the other day. I was like, yes, I hear where he was going. And this, honestly, I want him to do it again. And I want him to do it right.
Do it right. Or get somebody else to do it.
Oh.
Get somebody else to do the arrangement.
Yeah.
You know who did a great Mariah tribute once upon a time that wasn't involved in this one?
Who?
Yolanda. But I feel like Yolanda
is the queen of tributes.
She is. I said 2 years ago, I think it was, because her album dropped last year and it was before the album came out. I said Yolanda could drop an album of covers and call it My Tribute, and I would buy.
I bet you.
I would.
It would get a Grammy. It would get a Grammy.
Yeah.
I don't care if she was doing for a gospel artist. I don't care if she what artist she was doing a tribute for.
Because I need a good high quality version of that Unbreak My Heart.
Oh, yes.
I
need it.
need
I need it.
it.
I need that.
That's also another thing that pisses me off. They be having these tribute shows and stuff that don't get filmed.
That's where the stuff be. That's where the good stuff be.
It be the good stuff, and I gotta rely on like cell phone video.
Remember when they stopped doing the BMI thing?
Yes,
I was so mad.
It was a big deal when they started doing
yes, and like I got so many great clips from so many of my favorite artists, but now looking back on it from 2026 to then, everything's all fuzzed up and fuzzy and whatnot. And
I wanted to be at the Pace Sister one so bad.
With Kimber. Oh, sorry, not her.
The one who ate at the one who ate that night was B Slade. Tore down.
Yes.
Tore down.
Yes.
But there was another. Well, I think it was the same night. Like, I think the Walls group got up there, but they didn't know all the words. And I was like, okay. And then like other people, Dorinda also was part, and Dorinda ate, tore through.
Now, what song did she sing?
Don't make me lie to you because I can't think of it off the top.
Because I don't. But now, wait. Yeah, safety. No. Lord,
Jesus be offense.
Jesus be offense. Yes, yeah. Jesus be offense. That's very her.
Because Dorinda got in there, she did a.
Yes. No. My favorite is when they were doing Hezekiah Walker and Dorinda did Lord. Lift him up. Yes.
Here's the thing. Because at the tribute, 8 down.
Yeah.
There was an anniversary recording. I have the video saved somewhere. I got it. The recording never came out. However, she did it better at the tribute than the recording. But that recording never came out.
Of course not.
And I was like, hello? You got the whole band back together.
Oh, band back together.
You got Monique up here singing Second Chance.
Everybody's
like
here.
There are clips of the rehearsals and stuff floating around. And it's like,
where is it?
Yes.
Where is it?
Yes. It's been years. It's been years.
Now, I will say, going back to the Mariah thing, I thought Tori's performance was cute. I didn't mind that. And I like Tori Kelly.
The one she did before?
Is that the one she did before?
She wasn't part of this one. Which
that must have been an old clip then.
She would have fit.
Yeah.
She would have fit.
Yeah. What was she singing? What was she singing? I forgot which Mariah Carey song. But anyway, I was like, oh, yes, absolutely.
Tori fits.
That's right. But yeah, no, I want to see.
Jennifer was part of it.
I remember that. I saw that.
So back to your point of just coming in hollering.
We don't need all of that.
Why are you singing this song like that?
What Whitney said, why are you down there, baby? Why are you up there?
I get my up.
Baby, save that for when you're in the mass choir. Okay?
Wow.
Okay, we don't have to do that every single time.
Wow.
Give the people a rest.
Okay. This is the first time that we've done this in quite some time. We have a show planned.
We do.
All right. So that has been segment number 1, Gospel Spotlight. Shout out again to Toni Morrison and all those Black History facts that we learned.
Yes.
So I guess we will just try to move expeditiously through segment number 2, which is known as the quiet part. Now, I'm sure most of us have by now seen this America's Next Top Model documentary that has dropped. It is the talk of the town. And so everybody's tuned in. Everybody's been watching. Everybody's been giving opinions.
I've not seen it. So
Zamir is not everybody.
I am not everybody. And that's
haven't seen it yet, but soon come.
Yes. The thing about it is, like I said to you before, America's Next Top Model wasn't like, I watched it when it first came out, and like after Eva's season, like season 3 or whatever, I just stopped watching it. It wasn't like I hated it or anything like that. I just stopped watching it. I think it's also because they got rid of UPN and then they switched to like the CW or whatever. And I wasn't watching CW and all that. I didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest reason why I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stopped.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about that merger and how they got rid of all the blacks after that. But yeah, because they built that platform on the
for a reason.
But anyway, because Fox did the certain thing and started off real black.
Real black. All of a sudden, right?
Get them niggas out of here.
Let's wash this out of here. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about I want to talk culture. I want to talk shifting culture. So we had talked before about how things that were done 20 years ago cannot fly now. Mm-hmm. And we are watching that in real time with this documentary. Now, with that being said, I made a post. I said, now that we're seeing what happens when you look at America's Next Top Model through a 2026 lens, maybe we can have a better discussion about the Bible and scripture. And we can talk shifting culture and how things that were okay once upon a time are not okay anymore.
Or no longer applicable.
No longer applicable. But before we get into the Bible, because we're going to have us a good old-fashioned Bible study today. Hey, guys.
Praise God.
Shout out to Emery.
I'm screaming.
Candler. I'm 1.5 semesters in, and I'm like,
that's right.
I gotta school you people.
Okay. It needs to be some studying going around, some straightening going on around here.
We gotta parse through some things. But before we do that, let's talk first America's Next Top Model. We all know the things that happened on that show, right? We know there was a lot that wasn't okay. When the show started, Tyra's goal was to shift and change the fashion industry. However, there's also this argument being made by Tyra and the other producers that this was the fashion industry at the time. So looking back, we were fat shaming. Yes, we were. But that was the industry. Looking back, there was an episode where we did a race swap for the photo shoot. And Tyra was like, we wouldn't have known that was wrong 20 years ago. You wouldn't have known 20 years ago that blackface was. That one, I was like, no, girl, you knew 20 years ago that blackface wasn't okay.
They just didn't speak up about it. Yeah.
I wanted to show how all shades are beautiful and things like that. Okay, whatever. But yeah, and there's a lot of scrutiny on Tyra. But if you watch the documentary, there's a lot of scrutiny on her, but there's a lot of scrutiny on the other judges. Some of the judges who should have been called out more were addressed and then let slide. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. But also there was a lot of scrutiny on production. There was a lot that went on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I will say nobody offered an apology.
Yikes.
And I think that is, I know a lot of people are looking at that strictly for Tyra, because Tyra really was like, no, that was the time. That's what was happening at the time. Some things were tough for me.
I'm screaming.
But you all watched.
I'm screaming.
This is what you wanted to see. If you watch, like, she does this real weird cadence in her speech. Mm-hmm. Almost like a beauty pageant answers and things like that.
Tyra been a little different ever since the pandemic. I've been saying that's my girl, but things have been happening. Her behavior's getting a little erratic and stuff and weird. Anyway,
There's a song in Toy Story that says, "Strange things are happening to me. Strange things." That's a strange bird right there.
She flies
I
a
don't
little
know what's
different.
happening there. It's
Something's going on. She's a little bit different.
Something's going on.
Yeah. She might be. Never mind. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, something's going on.
It reminds me of a certain somebody that people keep saying should come back to television, and I'm like,
no,
girl, she's never coming back.
She's not the same. She's right where she.
Not
Now get her out from under that conservatorship. Okay, whatever that guardianship stuff or whatever that is, get her in under one by somebody else, somebody who's trusted.
Get her to somebody trusted. Because I'm also reminded of Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, same thing.
Like, free her, free Britney. And then she got free and started twirling in that living room in her low-rise panties. And everyone's like...
Nothing changed because our girl she needed help. She needed help. It was obvious that she needed help. She just needed the right kind of help.
Yeah.
We just need people. That speaks to why we need people to. Never mind. I won't get into. That's another tangent. Let me let you finish because we'll get off on another tangent and that'll be that.
We will, and I mean, I guess we're overdue because we really have been good for like the last 3 episodes straight.
Yeah, I'm proud of us.
We've been really good. But yeah. Before we get into the Bible study of it all, I will also say I have seen some of the most trash takes about this documentary.
Like what?
All week long. I said, you people don't have an ounce of empathy. Y'all don't do no critical thinking. What's going on? I don't want to have to keep telling, we don't have to keep telling y'all to turn this on, but y'all don't turn it on. And so I will bring up one tweet I saw. Now I think I'm going to bring up two. Before I bring up this one, I'm going to bring up another one. Somebody said, he essentially was like, the world is falling apart and y'all are mad about a show from 20 years ago. And I was like, well, yes. Because these women are telling their story of what happened to them. Why would you not want to let them have their say? Why would you not let them have their say? And somebody in his comments were like, see, that is the same reason why we're not getting anywhere with these Epstein files. Because y'all don't care about the women. Which is why now the Epstein files are being used more as a political tool rather than let's get these women justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
women are property. Women.
Like, this was 20 years ago. Who cares?
And men.
I don't know. I would think the people who it happened to, I would think that they care.
Yeah.
Once again, zero empathy.
But also, if a lot of people who don't do a lot of things that they should be doing because out of fear of, again, we talked about this all the time, fear of losing things, or fear of sacrificing their privilege and whatnot. Because if we do a deep dive and actually get these people justice, we would have to hold people accountable. And for a lot of people, that would mean the end of careers. That would mean the end of their financial sustainability and all that wonderful stuff that they have going on for themselves. And then also the people who follow them, right? So like there's this ripple effect, right? So if I get this person, everybody else, their lives will change some way. And I don't want to do that. Change it. Name them.
Because they have been like, if we unredact these files, whole world systems will come crumbling down. Let it crumble.
Because it shouldn't have been up in the first place. It shouldn't have been up in the first place. Not like that. If that's the foundation.
The Bible says kings and kingdoms
shall
all. Well, that's not the Bible. That's a
song.
But
either way.
Still, it's
relevant.
Scriptural. But yeah, let it burn. That's what Jasmine said.
Lexi said burn it all down.
The funeral said 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Release him. Yeah.
Listen, because one thing that they said on the Top Model documentary, Tyra said she was told by the higher ups, once the new president came in, after the president of UPN left, the new president came in, and he came to her and was like, there are no sacred cows. Meaning that nobody here is safe. And then he made her fire Miss J, Nigel, and Jay Alexander all at the same time because he wanted to revamp the show. And then things went downhill from there. But there are no sacred cows. Nobody should be above the law.
Thank you.
I don't care who they are.
Thank you.
I don't care. Bring them down.
But the issue is the laws made by people who protect the other interests of other people.
Yes.
And vice versa. One hand washes the other type thing. And too many of these decisions are made by those people. Those people are essentially running the country because they're funding the country and they're funding the things that they want to see in the country, or the way they want people to behave, the way they want people to live is press of a button or text message or I don't like this, so let me tell somebody to do, because I own the company, so I can do what I want to with it. Or I'm not going to green light this project that can help humanity and give people a new perspective, because I don't want people to not be afraid of me. I don't want people to not think of me in this way as like this big brother type situation that gives too much power to the people and not enough control to me. So actually, let's not do this. Let's put this out instead.
Yeah. I was about to go somewhere else with that because I saw some stuff, but we don't have time for that. Fine. So what I will say, the other tweet that I saw said, I ain't gonna hold you. I watched the Tyra documentary. I don't see an issue. They went on to say, y'all signed up for that. You could have left at any time. It's the equivalent to someone not liking a job. You applied for it. You don't like it, quit. Now, let's talk power dynamics.
Come on.
Because that's what you're missing.
There's a disparity there that you're not.
Yeah. Because we don't even have to make it an extreme example, but
what Tyra did, the higher up told her to do the thing, and so she did the thing because that is her boss.
So she did the thing because she didn't want to lose her position. So let's look at it, right? You are this small town girl working at Walgreens or McDonald's or whatever. You have the opportunity to become a famous, highly paid supermodel. That is the carrot that is being dangled in front of your face. You can go from making $10 an hour. Actually, it was $7.25 at the time. You can go from making minimum wage to making millions.
And be famous.
But you have to go through this. We're going to put you through hell to get there. But at the end of it, you have the opportunity. You have the chance for millions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the power dynamic there? It's like, if I just push through this, I can realize it might not even be my dream, but I can fix my situation. Mm-hmm. I could be in such a better place. Yeah. I can be rich.
I can actualize this life I was dreamed about. Yeah. Yeah. At what cost?
So for you to be like, y'all could have left at any time. What do you mean? Leave and go back to poverty? You know what I mean? Or leave and go back to whatever life I was living, when at the end of this is the promise.
This is my promise
of rich. This is my way out.
This is my exit strategy.
Think about the people in Squid Game. Have you ever watched Squid Game?
Yeah. Same thing.
Think about the people in Squid Game. They could have won. They are killing each other and doing
Literally.
these insane challenges for the chance to win billions, because my life can be different if I win this.
If
And
I
the
say that.
higher ups are horrible, horrible, horrible people who are just doing things for entertainment.
And they're also getting money off the backs of these people as they
Also
perish.
getting money. Also making bukus.
And also, that reminds me of another thing I preached against. Zeus and the baddies and all of that, and exploiting the
I'm gonna let
people.
you say it.
You all are being exploited. I'm just wondering, and that's why I keep saying it, because that's exactly what's happening. It's, hey, I have the opportunity to come out from the squalor and all the struggle and all that wonderful stuff that they were in, and be famous, right? If you go on the show and act a monkey and act a fool, okay? You go and you beat people. You are there in line. You've never met this person a day in your life. This is a beautiful person, and you're a beautiful person. But here y'all knocking each other's teeth out, literally. Wig for wig, tooth for tooth. Okay.
For the chance to be on a show that they already have in mind who they want to cast.
I tell you, the greater portion of society has a real bad case of Stockholm syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like, well, this is just, I need to do it. I need to do it. And it's not all that bad. And so and then eventually you really believe the thing. And now you're protecting the thing because you need to make it out.
Yeah.
Costing you too much, baby.
And so to put the onus on the women who signed up for the reality show, even those who have watched a few seasons, it was like, yeah, I'll sign up for that. You can't do that. You can't.
It's these networks.
Do that.
It's the millionaires and billionaires. It's the people who are funding these things and controlling these things, calling the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are the villains.
Yeah. I know what your vice is, so let me exploit you.
And I was reminded of a conversation I had with some older women in the family, some seniors in the family, when the whole Bill Cosby thing came out. And they were like, those girls knew what they were getting into when they went to him. This is their fault.
No, baby.
That's not.
No.
I don't know if anybody is signing up to be raped. You know what I mean?
No.
That's not.
No. And especially considering that, no, maybe if you were in the close circle or in that circuit or whatever, maybe you might have had an inkling of something that nefarious that he had going on. But if you were like me or anybody else that I know of, had no idea. You were not expecting this from Bill Cosby. The same Bill Cosby who called the other comedians about cussing too much in their bits and whatnot. I don't. No, not can't be.
The same one that was telling men to pull their pants up, and
it doesn't. So why would I expect that going into this? And also that brings to my other point. We do all this about like with people and whatnot, and we try to gauge who and where, and it doesn't work that way, because I think it was like 85 to 90% of the assaults happen from people you know, people you trust.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a certain look. There's not a certain thing that gives it away. Yeah, that's why it's important to be vigilant, and also why it's also important to be careful of where you place the blame and the onus on where it goes. Because sometimes it's a lot more sinister and it's a lot more deceptive than we understand. It ain't always that easy for everybody in the same way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's move into the Bible study portion of this.
We're gonna move right along with the order of the service.
We could really sit here for
a while,
quite some time. This could be a conversation all by itself. It really, really could. Yeah. So once again, I made a post on my socials. Now that we're seeing what happens when you look at America's Next Top Model through a 2026 lens, maybe we can have better discussions about the Bible and scripture. Culture changes, people evolve, and what was okay at one point just isn't later on. We see that here. We're looking at a show that aired 20 years ago up until not that many years ago. I don't remember when it stopped, like 2018 or something like that. We're looking at that and I'm like, those things are insane. That would never fly today. That would never fly today. So then I was like, as you know, I'm the one to be like, okay, let's apply that to the way that we read the Bible. Now, in my comments, somebody said, well, evolving, that's a human thing. The word of God is his thing, and his word is forever settled. And he also says, woe to those who change it. Yes, in an ever changing world, things change, but the word of God remains the same. Not the Bible solely, but all the books.
First of all the books aren't in the Bible. Never mind. Sorry.
What's that?
I won't. We won't get it. We won't use. We won't. We won't keep it light. We're gonna keep it light.
Well, no, because we're about to dig into some things. Because to do this, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
uproot some. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it as light as I can.
There you go.
Because I don't want to dig. But I do want your commentary as I'm going through
Absolutely.
this. What I said, I don't think I put down what I said to her, but I would offer that we see where's I said she, but anyway, she mentioned how the word of God doesn't change. I would venture to say that we see evolution and change all through the Bible.
Yes.
I would make that argument. That we see the changes in scripture as culture changes,
yes,
as surroundings change,
yes,
as different empires and
leaders,
regimes
yes,
change. Almost nothing remains the same. And I also offer you that the faith is not a finished thing, but is ever changing. When to get into this, I would say first and foremost, when you pull up the woe to those who change the word, right? That comes from the last chapter of Revelation. Where do I have it written down?
That's what add to and take from and all that. And
yeah.
That's death. And
so that was actually specifically about that book, Revelation. That was one thing written by one person, and that is specifically in reference to that text and not the whole of text. And so now that gets me to point number one. Nobody in the Bible had the Bible. And I know that sounds like duh, but I know for me, that was one of those, when I first sat with that, I was like, wait a minute.
Because back then, all of these things, all their contributions were living documents that they were eventually collected. And eventually somebody had to work through the things to make the official canon of what we deem acceptable for the Bible in and of itself. It's an evolving story. It's an evolving thing.
Now, I will also offer to you that this is starting simple, okay? And these are simple concepts that if you start with these simple concepts, then your
world will change.
Once you sit with these and you can accept these, then you can move on to some other truths.
This is the milk and honey right now.
These are the basics, and the basics is what will start to open your understanding. Okay, not only did the people not have a Bible, I will also present to you that the Bible is not a book. The Bible is a library. The Bible is a collection
There you go.
of writings,
There you go.
of books,
Letters.
of poetry,
Yes.
of letters,
Stories.
literally letters written. Paul's letters to
The
different
church
churches, which
and
is why
people.
this is Paul's letter to the church of
Corinth.
Yeah. Which also, we only have one side of those conversations.
We don't. Okay. Who replied back to Paul?
We only have whatever Paul was writing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have what he was writing in response to.
Mm-mm.
We don't have whatever correspondence came
Mm-mm.
after. It's literally his mail.
Mm-hmm. That's illegal, y'all. But anyway.
And so we have letters, we have poetry, we have stories, we have prose, we have all of these things. I won't go deeper than that because.
And some of the things are not there again.
Some of the things are not there. Some of these chapters are written down oral. A lot of these are written down oral history that have different traditions, which is why when we say the Bible is not the written, it can't be infallible, and that means that there's no error. It can't be that because the Bible contradicts itself because there are different writers. So like scholars will say that there are like 4 or 5 different sources written in the Torah, and they are all stitched together. So you get things happening like there being 2 different creation stories in the Bible, all in Genesis. Like you get things like that where things, you just said this,
and then this,
why is that? Because
the perspectives are different.
There are different writers, and the redactors, the people who came back and edited things. Like for Old Testament, the redactors were what they call conservative, so they didn't want to throw out any of the sources. So they stitched them together
based on what they knew.
That makes sense.
Based on what because also not only are there different writers, but there are different writers of different cultures and different, because then we get into like subcultures and all that kind of stuff, and then you get into like the Hebrew Bible, which is, and then you translate into the Greek, Bible, and then we go from there, and then like we again the what is it, the Apocryphy and all that other stuff. Like we get into all that stuff. Come
on and be in my notes.
Bible as lit, baby. Listen, I'll be there. We studied around here, but yes, it's a thing. There's so much that we do not know, and there's so much that predates a lot of what we do know that just can't. It's so much to it because, like you said, a lot of it is passed down from person to person orally. It's just things that we were told and we were taught. Now, of course, I would like to think that it's a little bit more sophisticated than just telling you a story, right? But nonetheless, there's a lot of documentation that we don't have, a lot of dates that we don't have, and like you said, it's just people using the best of what they know to piece things together and thread it together to try to make it the most sense for us and everything. Every time there's a new king, every time there was a new empire, somebody was changing something. Like, oh wait, I don't like this part. Take this out here. Or I don't believe this. So let's do that. And it's always been, like I said, it's a living document or a living thing, always changing, always evolving. So, and the bottom line for me, it doesn't make sense to say that the Bible can't change when if we have so much that depends on the Bible. God created us as humans who grow, humans who change, humans who evolve. Why would he give us something that does not evolve and change and grow with us? That does not make any sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna let you go ahead because
which brings up for me, and I feel like I'm about to jump around because that brings up something else for me. So when you get to the New Testament, you get to the letters of Paul predate the Gospels being written. The Gospels about Jesus were not written down at the time that Paul's letters had come out. They only had those as oral histories.
Come on.
I will also let you know Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were not the writers of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
Yep.
All of these things were written years after Jesus had already died
and went back, and all
this was years after all of these people were gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they did not sit there and like, actually, let me tell you about no, baby.
Paul, who never met Jesus
or any of the other
or any of them, if his writings predate the Gospels, then
come on, piece it together. Come on, y'all. We need y'all to think.
All right.
Are y'all with us?
That was a quick aside because that one wasn't in my notes. But
praise God for that.
So let's get back to the notes because I want to walk you through this. If the Bible was never intended to be a singular piece, never intended to be a singular body, then how do you use the warning, woe to those who change it? How do you use that to be like, you can't change the word of God, you can't change the Bible? There was no Bible at the time that was written. At the time that was written, they did have the Torah. They had the Hebrew Bible at the time that was written. Did they have the full canon? No. At the time, and that's another thing. At the time that Jesus lived and walked the earth, they didn't have the final canonized version
that we have now, or
what
anything
we call the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible. Now, what they did have, what Jesus and them would have used, was the Greek translation, the Septuagint, which includes the Apocrypha, which are books that are outside of the biblical canon.
They were not accepted.
They are also referenced by. They are also referenced in the New Testament. There are books that we don't have in our canon.
People we don't know.
They had, because these would have been different scrolls and things that would have been circulated around. And they are quoted in the New Testament. But those are not things that we have in our canon. So think about that. If the Bible was never meant to be a book, then for somebody to say that God's word is forever settled and you can't change it, that doesn't work, because all the writers know, in the writers' minds, things are presently being written.
Boom. It's present progressive.
At some point, they were like, okay, nothing else is going. The people who stitched this all together was like, okay, nothing else is going in.
Yeah,
we're good.
We're done.
It's done. It is finished.
We've cited our sources. We've done the thing.
None of the people writing would have imagined their stuff to be pieced together with other people's stuff. That would not have been the concept. That's not how that worked.
This wasn't a collection. I didn't write with it. I didn't know.
I did not write this with the intent of it being paired
with somebody else
other writing, except for in the cases where people were writing as different people,
right,
or going in and editing
to make it make sense,
scrolls that they already had. Now, let's move down a little further, because I want to focus on culture, because we're talking about how things change, right? I'm going to ask you a question. Did you know that for most of the Old Testament, they're not monotheistic?
Did I know that? I never thought about that. But I mean, that would make sense because there's a lot of pagan practices, and everybody, and then also, you talk about the sacrifices and all. Yeah, that makes sense. Tell me about it. Enlighten me.
So they were not monotheistic; they were henotheistic, which means that they acknowledge other gods, but they only serve one. They acknowledge other gods, so they only serve one, which we see that all through the Old Testament because they bring up the other gods all the time. And we bring up Baal, and we bring up the others that were around at the time. They are referenced in the scripture, and God is said to be the God of Israel. That is another thing. Every group had their own God.
It's regional.
They had their own deity. Yahweh was the God of Israel alone. Now, this one, I'm still kind of parsing through, so I'm like, are these weeds that I want to dig into right now?
Because
everybody, sometimes you give people too much, and they be like, "Oh God, no!" But let's deal with that real quick because this is also talking about shifting culture. Okay, so now, you mentioned sacrifices and stuff, and we're talking about shifting of culture. So that takes me to the Abraham and Isaac story, right? We think it's a story of like God being like,
show me how much.
Kill your son.
Yeah.
What it actually is sacrificing. Human sacrifices were the norm across cultures. And so this is more of them saying,
stop doing that.
No, this is more of them saying, see, I'm not like those other gods. I don't require this.
Okay.
We don't do that over here.
Gotcha.
That's what that was.
Okay. Then I always imagine it to be like a precursor to Jesus. Because essentially Jesus is like the final sacrifice. So I was like, okay, well, that story is kind of like this is how it's going to be. This is like my first boom of how I want to end the thing of sacrifices. Like, hey, we're going to stop doing that. We don't need to do that. And boom, this is how.
Now, one thing that they teach us is when reading the Old Testament, you have to take out of your mind everything in the New Testament.
Right.
Because it would not have been thought of.
At all. Because it hadn't happened yet. We have.
None of that was.
What do you call it?
None of that was.
It's a dramatic irony type thing. That's our, like, we already know how it's going to end and how it's going to do and all that. So a lot of times we go to the Bible with that in mind.
We go to that again, looking at it with the 2026 mindset, through a 2026 lens. We're looking at things knowing what comes. They didn't know.
They didn't know.
That wasn't the purpose of them writing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So moving on to the point that I was nervous about making with the people.
Make the point.
So we don't move into monotheism until somewhere around the book of Isaiah, where Isaiah says, I am God and there is no other. Before that,
we didn't have that.
They see Yahweh as God amongst other gods. So sit with that, because I know that is not what we teach. That is something to sit with. That is not, the forefathers of the faith would not have thought of God as
one and only.
The one and only, which is why you have these scriptures where it's like, okay, your God will be my God. We're going to follow your God from that. That's why you have these scriptures.
Also, Another thing, just to put that out there, a lot of times, even smaller, when we would say like heaven versus heavens, in the Bible, they would say heavens, all the heavens and whatnot, and how that would work and whatnot. But in the church, they would teach there's only one God, one heaven, one everything. But to your point, yeah. So when you understand how that was and how that works, it makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
When you think about it. And also, I say this all the time, but people don't read the Bible as literary work, or they don't apply any like literary anything to the Bible at all. Like, baby, you need to like dissect this thing, and actually that's how you really study the Bible. But you're looking for the blessing and the life-changing moment and all the increase and all this other stuff. You're looking for something as opposed to just actually reading the thing and understanding the thing. So you miss the things because hindsight bias and all that, confirmation bias and all that, you're only looking for what you're looking for. And you're missing all the other stuff, but not understanding that's going to help you. But my English teachers would always say, they would always encourage us to read the Bible because of what your mind is required to do when reading it. But anyway, I'm sorry. Different. Go ahead. I'm still listening.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So going back to God being the God of Israel. By the time Jesus is here, right? Jesus comes for, who did Jesus say he came for?
Us.
No, he said he came for the Jews.
Excuse me. Sorry, my bad.
Which Judaism wasn't. Judaism.
It wasn't a thing though, was it?
Modern day Judaism, the more modern version of Judaism and Christianity actually sprung up around the same time.
Okay.
So after Jesus had died.
Okay.
Some years down the road.
Okay.
They sprung up around about the same time.
Gotcha.
So around about the time that Paul was writing, we see both of these,
the emergence of
these things springing up.
Okay.
But Jesus says, I came for the Jews. He came to his own received him not. Right? God was the God of the Jews. Yes, the Israelites. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Is evangelism a part of Judaism? Are they looking to add more Jews?
No, not that I know of. Are they?
Yeah.
No, because it's very, from what I was told, either you are or you aren't, and if you ain't, oh well.
If you're not, now they do accept converts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do. Apparently, because my teacher was talking to us, and she was like, "You gotta be denied. You gotta ask 3 times before they finally let you in. They're going to deny you first, but you gotta ask and be denied, and then come back because they want to be sure that you actually want to do it. But they do accept new converts.
Didn't know that.
Which is why you would get things like, okay, your guide is going to be my guide. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. But their goal was not to convert the world. Which then puts us in a predicament where, okay, God, so you only wanted to save these people and everybody else is going to go to hell according to the way that we teach it? Because evangelism,
you got to go to the highways and the hedges, baby.
We didn't get that call until Jesus got here.
You got to each one, teach one, reach one.
But okay. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because that one is one that I just was like, oh.
Ta-da.
I don't want to dig down there right now. So let's also look, if we're looking at shifting culture, because again, God's word doesn't change. Okay.
Fool.
Polygamy to monogamy. Polygamy was law of the land until it wasn't. But here's the thing. Polygamy is never denounced in the Hebrew Bible. It just
stops,
fades out over time. There's a shift in culture, and that fades away, and then we no longer are dealing with it.
Now, I will say I've always thought about that, and I really think it's because of money. I really think money has a lot to do with why we did that, because it was so expensive. Men would have multiple wives, and then they would also make wives out of the servants, and then everybody would have kids, and so now you have to have a whole estate, because you need some place for these people to stay. You need something for these people to eat, and now like as time went on, and you have more and more people, less space, everything's more expensive, more money. And so I really think that's why polygamy kind of like took a back seat to the thing.
So let's tap to that.
Okay.
Because it's so expensive, but now you're living in exile because you've lost the war.
Ooh.
And you've been taken. Your land has been taken over.
Your land. Your wives are imprisoned. And your children are in prison.
You're now living in exile. You don't have the money like. Now, exile, the multiple exiles changes a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Let's talk first. One of the things that it changes is initially they said God was only at the temple. The temple is where God resides. Where the good Lord resides, where the good Lord resides, where the good Lord resides, where the good
until it's destroyed.
He resides at the temple, because that is what other religions did. That was just how it worked at the time. Your deity,
you got to go see them
at the temple
somewhere.
You got to go there.
Yeah.
And so if you wasn't coming to the temple in Jerusalem to worship, you had to come to the temple specifically to worship and make your sacrifices and things like that. So when you're in exile and the temple is destroyed, now you have to shift your perspective. Now we got to write something different, because what does it say about your God if your God's house is destroyed?
Thank you. What does it say about his strength and power? And also,
what does it say about his strength and power? And now where does he go?
Where does he go? And now also, we not get this the third one we done built. Okay? Where are we gonna get this stuff from? Who gonna build it? Okay, who got time to keep building all these things up and up and up? And then who was it? It was like, well, I don't know about this temple because this temple's not as big as the other one, and I don't really like it. And God was, hey, it's the perspective. This one's going to be more powerful than the other one, despite the size difference, and it's not as grand as the one before. But the what's to come is better than what's been, type thing. But yes, perspective.
So now we get to, okay, God can be mobile.
God's on the iPhone.
God can be mobile. God can move around.
There's an app for that.
But then by the time that Jesus is here, this is after, by the time we get to the New Testament, this is after the destruction of the second temple. So they've been in exile again.
Again.
And they are now under Roman occupation.
The red coats. Crimson folks.
Yeah, now. And so now we move to, well, God is in us.
Amen. We are the temple.
We are the temple. There will come a time where the people will neither worship in the temple or on the mountain. But those who worship will worship in spirit and truth. And how do we get there? Because the temple, the second temple, has been destroyed and the people have been scattered. How do you worship your God when his home has been destroyed and you have been dispersed?
Has been and displaced.
And so now we have to shift things to fit our present circumstance.
Boom. That's the line. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Because what worked before no longer works for us.
That's it.
What we understood before, we can't do that anymore.
We've come into a new understanding.
So now we have to have a new understanding.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. That's why we now say that we went from a rotary phone to an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. So those are. I think that's everything in my notes. I just wanted to touch on a few things.
Amen.
To show us that, hey guys, no. Culture was shifting the whole time. The whole time. The whole time. It was this faith here was never static. Because if it was static, then at what point do we get the 10 Commandments?
At what point did Jesus actually come down and do the thing and fulfill the law?
What did he have to do that for if it's static? If it's static, at what point did he have to say that a new commandment I give you?
A new commandment. At what point
does he say, behold, I do a new thing? Do you not perceive? Do you not perceive it?
At what point do we say, actually, we need to free all the people? Let's put this amendment in the
now.
Okay.
To be fair, slavery is not once, not one time is slavery denounced
because it was the thing. Everybody had slaves and everybody.
It was the practice of the day.
Yeah.
But we understand now, and those who have been enslaved understand and have been understood that this was not okay.
This was definitely human trafficking. What do you mean? Oh, because somebody owes you money, they got to be your slave. Or because you won them out in a vicious war that had nothing to do with them, they got to work for you all of a sudden. Anyway, that's human trafficking.
Or let's talk about how all of a sudden there's this emphasis in scripture of taking care of the widows and orphans.
Right.
Where does that come from? Because shouldn't the women you got to be married and things like that? What do you mean? What are these widows and orphans? Because all these men have died in war.
So now these women have no name. They have no stake, no agency outside of these men because of the culture that they're in. Culturally here, within the last 100 years, that's why a lot of women went into the workforce, because their men were out there at war. Somebody had to pay these bills. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. You over there, you wearing the pants at your house because once upon a time the men were not available to do the jobs and they had to go to the because what works for us at this present moment is not working. And so now we have to shift and do something different.
We have to fall.
And then they tried to shift back after the war, and the women were like,
actually,
no,
we got it.
Actually not.
You ain't been here in 20 years. You don't get to pop up out of nowhere and tell me what to do in my house.
And so now you're living off the benefits of shifting culture.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Now that reminds me, I saw a video clip. I've mentioned this pastor before, Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell of the 2819 Church.
Ooh. Ew. Ew.
He was
Sorry.
He was talking about how, in the Bible, the women weren't fasting for husbands and stuff. God gave Ruth Boaz, and the men happened upon these women.
They were dead.
Married them.
The only reason that story made sense because the husbands said everybody had died.
The husbands had died. And let's do this real quick.
Talk about it.
At the culture at the time, the women were property.
Yes.
Property.
They were owned.
Yeah. And what happens to property when the owner dies? It goes to next of kin.
And you go, okay, and if there's no next of kin, guess what? It belongs to the state.
Yeah. And so here we have Naomi.
Yeah.
Who is the one that should have married Boaz.
Yes. But she said, I'm too old. She said she was too old.
Ruth, if you're going to be with me, and you need a man too, because Ruth didn't want to go back home
to her people.
Let's look at this. Ruth, one, was a widow.
Mm-hmm.
That already puts her low on the totem pole.
She was damaged goods in the item.
She's damaged goods. She's already been used.
Yeah.
Her husband is dead.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have a man to give her status. So she's already low on the totem pole. Ruth is also a Moabite.
Yeah.
The Jews had no dealings with them at all. They saw them as the dirtiest of the dirty.
Yeah.
And so Ruth is like, what am I to go home to? And I'm going to go live at my mother's house, another widow?
Be a spinster?
And be a Moabite widow woman? I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. No, actually, you're an Israelite. You got some kind of status. I'm going to stay with you.
What you need me to do?
Which is why she was like, your guy's going to be my guy. Your people are going to be my people. Wherever you go, I'm going to. That is why. I don't want to go back to a place of no status.
Yeah. Women had no station.
And it gets real interesting, right? Because Ruth is basically pimped out.
Not basically. She was.
I'd be trying to keep.
She said, look, she said, baby, if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna earn your keep. Okay. You this is our one shot. We're gonna put you some rouge.
This is our one shot.
Okay, we're gonna get you a nice dress. All right. And you need to go out there and fall in front of that man.
And your red dress.
Okay, and that sweet perfume.
And she said, go and lay at his feet and uncover his feet, which again, there
culturally
in the Hebrew Bible, feet was often a euphemism for the penis. And she said, when you uncover him, he will be startled. And you say, what do you want me to do?
Keep going. She said, keep going.
He came with some instructions. Yeah. Because again, Ruth was supposed to marry that man. Also, Ruth gets pregnant. She has a baby. Catch this. Scripture says Naomi took the baby. They say that is Naomi's child. Yeah.
How many times have you grow up in the family, you thinking that this your mama's really your auntie because your mama was too young when you were born.
Yeah.
The person you thought was your cousin, that's actually your mama.
So, yeah. Can you don't call out the Ruth and Boaz story as God gave Ruth Boaz. God was nowhere in the book of Ruth, which is also why a lot of scholars debate why Ruth was also included in the canon, because there's no God intervention at all. It is just the cunningness of
women
surviving. So it's like, how did we get
hey, listen, sister, because to this day, unfortunately, women have to rely on their feminine woes to get ahead because of the world we live in. So keep it in there. Yeah. Okay, you want to see something? Absolutely. Make it rain.
That reminds me of another pastor. This one is a pastor that I like here. Oh God, I can't think of his name at the moment. But Darius Daniels. I think that's right. Pastor of the Change Church here in Atlanta. Like, I like him, right? But he was like, we're not afraid of having hard conversations here at the church, at our church.
Sure, that's what they all say.
And he brought up Abraham, Sarah, and Haggai.
Oh, okay.
But he brought it up in terms of polygamy was okay at one time. And then he went into cleanup mode. And I'm like, actually,
that's not what
I see where you're going.
I see what you're trying to do.
I see where you're going. I see what you're trying to do, but you're already trying to paint a pretty picture.
And that's not what that was.
Haggai was a slave.
She was property.
She was a slave. And she was property of property.
Thank you.
She was Sarah's slave.
Thank you. And then also, y'all
When
don't.
Sarah gave her to Abraham, she then became a sex slave.
Yes.
Or a womb slave.
Yes.
Because she was given to him to have a child.
Which she did. And also, which is why she was in so much distress when all the thing happened. Because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do this.
She had no autonomy in that situation at all.
I did not want to do this.
She had no autonomy.
And now you mad at me because I did the thing that you wanted me to do. And now I got to run away.
And you're treating me harshly.
I got to run away?
And so she ran away. And in her running away, God sends her back. But here's a beautiful thing, right? You got this black woman which ain't that a...
Ain't it?
Black woman is also a slave.
Ain't it?
In the Hebrew Bible, the beginning of the Hebrew Bible, a black woman is a slave. Anyway.
The world rests on the shoulders of black women. Go ahead.
But I know that also puts into some people's minds that Abraham and them would have been white. They wouldn't have been. They were.
Everybody was
still in.
Everybody was.
They were in Africa.
Yeah, on the same place.
These are brown people. Anyway.
But they wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know that by the movies and stuff that they put out now. But anyway.
Know that. So, Hagar, excuse me, she becomes the first person to name God. El Roi. Elroy, the God who sees me.
Come on.
The very first person that gets to name God is a black female slave.
Because she was the first one to know him.
Huh?
She was the first one to know him, so she ought to be the first one to call him. Uh-oh. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
also,
changing cultures.
I do want to say, though, that point that you just made about she was property of some property, and this, again, outlining, the power disparities. Like what you said with Tyra and everything, and why people do what they do. This is, I have to do it or else, right?
Yes.
This is all I know. So in order for me to escape this thing, I have to do this thing. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to become of me, you know?
Yes.
Power, it's a real thing. Again, power dynamics, power disparities, all of it. It is a real thing.
Heck, a lot of us won't speak up on our jobs for fear of losing our jobs.
Afraid to tell your mommy and your daddy that you're actually gay because of what they'll say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My God from on high.
Because
afraid to wear certain things out in public because you don't want to be scrutinized or you don't want anybody to say anything to you. And I understand because safety is a real thing. Okay, but
safety is a real thing. Team, I'm not, it's not a secret.
I just ain't told nobody.
I'm just a private person. For why?
Well, I used to say that all the time. I'm just private. You gay.
I'm just private. You are hiding.
You're hiding.
And there's a reason. There could be good reason.
It could be a good reason.
But there is a reason. There is a reason.
Call it what it is.
And so at the end of the day, it's not, I'm just a private person. You have some concern.
Yes.
About what happens when things are revealed.
Yep.
Even to the straights who were like, well, I just don't post my person. I just like to keep some things private just between me. Why? What is the reason?
What is the reason?
Especially those people who are...
Go ahead.
Certain things make sense if you're people of prominence. If you're Queen Latifah and you hid the fact that you married this woman for a little while.
They've been together, what, 20 years almost?
They've been together for quite some time.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right? It makes sense that, okay, the world wasn't ready.
Yeah.
They weren't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't reveal this at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there now.
It's out there now.
Because things change. Huh? So you need to
It's a full
So
circle. It's a circle and it's full.
When things shift, I think you're supposed to shift.
Huh?
You're supposed to shift too. Anyway, but here you are. That was going to sound so condescending. Here you are,
refusing to shift,
working your office job. Like you're doing a 9 to 5, and you're like, no, I just need to be I just want to be private. Baby, who cares?
Who cares?
Who are you hiding?
Who are you hiding from?
I know there are some people who are like, I won't post my man on the internet because then the people on the internet like to go and be messy. Is that
the real reason why you want to do it?
Is that the real reason? Now, for some of y'all, you don't want people to know that you're in a relationship because you out here moving funny. You go
end up losing coochie, and y'all don't want to do that.
Because that's why every Valentine's Day we see those. They were just in my inbox. I bet they were.
But then
and that's why they're just now.
Meanwhile,
they're just now popping out.
Okay. Meanwhile, they're in a whole full-fledged committed relationship. Yeah. What are you really hiding? What are you really doing?
But yeah. So bottom line is,
be honest.
Going back to what I was saying about how people writing scripture did not think of scripture as a closed thing. The faith is not frozen. The faith is not frozen.
I like the faith. I'm going to write that down. The faith is not frozen.
The faith is constantly renegotiating how to live with God in changing cultures.
Absolutely. We're not contextually restricted.
So to say, I know they say all the time, Jesus the same yesterday, today, forevermore.
Beautiful song. Beautiful saying. Love it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Is it factual? No. Jesus changed.
Yeah. And he changed.
God's word will always stand. God was speaking all through here.
Yeah.
And we see how things change. Through here. And the only reason why we feel like that has been settled is because we closed the book.
That's it.
Okay, so I hope you guys learned.
God bless y'all. Thank y'all. I hope there's something you can take with you.
Learn something.
Yeah.
I know we could have, maybe some of that got a little in the weeds for some of y'all. Which I feel like that was really, really.
I was going to say, I feel like that was very like, well, I don't want to say it because for some people, it's not the same for everybody everywhere, but great introductory spiel.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the first step that a lot of people need to take, and job well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really do believe that if you sit with some of these things, that is the beginning of you being open to actually learning.
Yes.
To step outside of the dogma of your own church and to actually do the actual research.
And challenge biblical inerrancy. You like inerrancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
to challenge that.
Yeah.
Push back against that.
Yeah.
Because that's not true.
It's not real.
And then for those of us who have pastors who went to seminary and things, and you're like, hey, pastor, why have we never learned these things? Your pastor who knows all of this and so much more.
And hasn't told you.
And will not tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough of that. So moving on, let us go to our next segment, which is My 99 Cents. Zamir, what have you been listening to this week?
I really enjoyed Jill's album. It was what I needed it to be. On the plane, in transit, the entire past weekend and everything on my travels. That's all I was listening to. And again, I went back to Vincent's album. That was great. Really love that. So yeah, it's just really those on repeat, honestly.
Yeah.
What about you?
So, actually, same for me. First thing I will say is it took me a second to get to the new music because I actually had been on the playlist that we put together.
Oh yes,
Black
I was.
History
Yeah,
Month
no.
playlist.
Yes, I was also. That's
I
been in rotation.
have been
Yes,
on that heavy
for sure.
There are
We have gems on
classics.
that. We have so
Classics,
many
classics,
gems on
classics.
that. Yes.
Yeah, like that had me in a chokehold for quite some time.
Absolutely.
But I did get into Jill's album, and then Jill and Vincent have been carrying me. I need to get back to Ricky's because I really do love Ricky's. But Jill's album, that's where I've been kind of stuck. Pressure has been for me. To be honest, also for me, don't play with it.
Baby, don't play with it.
Don't play.
Baby, don't
touch me all over.
My meat.
Squeeze my meat.
I love it. I love it. And also,
listen, she said, "You're not a jackhammer, and I am not a city."
Okay, like take your time on me. What's going on here? Slow down.
Change the position up.
Okay.
Me Afro beats.
She said, "Show me what you know."
Come on, Jill.
She said, "You're going to have to work for this." Absolutely. And also, I really love.
And don't play with it.
The
don't Billy Porter.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that? We were doing so well. We were off Billy and everything. But yes, no, don't do that. Don't be a Billy. Stop it. Because also, what I want. Okay, we're just gonna get on this real quick. My 99 cent about Billy. The Billy Porter in his prime and all that. Like, I don't really like saying his prime, but sang down. Sang a voice like none other. Okay. But I understand that the years have changed. It's your instrument and all that. You might not be able to do the same things that you could do in the years prior in the same way. And that is okay, baby. I want these artists to understand that we do not expect you to be how you were when you were 30, 25, 15. Okay, give us who you are now. What did Brandy say when she was talking about the song and whatnot? I got to give you the voice that I have now. I got to give it to you in the way that I have it now.
I got to learn how to work these songs now.
That's that, and also especially if you wrote the songs, you composed the song, change the keys. You can you rearrange Mariah's.
If you're an artist, right? If you are an artist and not just a singer, then you know how to create art. Work with the tools that you have. You can't. What were we just talking about? What we were doing does not work for this present moment that we are in.
You said,
so we gotta shift.
Behold, all things become
new. Them tools that I was working with when I was 20, those tools, I need new tools now.
I can't eat the same foods that I used to eat because I know how my acid reflux work. Okay.
Oh God, I'ma still eat it, but
I got some pills for it. Okay, I got pills. I got a little apple cider vinegar for it. I got a little exercise for it. I can do make my walk a little bit longer.
There are things that I know to do. I can't do things I used to do. I can't do no more.
Places I used to go, I don't
go no more. But yes, so yeah,
things change, y'all.
Things change, and I would much rather the people work with their tools rather than to see them struggle.
Yeah, lean into the change.
What we know to be true is that people will remember you by what they see. Folks are quick to forget the greatness of who you are,
and they'll remember when they fell off.
Yeah.
Or, oh, this is,
Especially the younger ones. The younger ones are introduced to you a certain way.
thank you.
And if they haven't been introduced to the greatness,
Right.
then it's just this. Like, yeah.
When
I was about to say somebody, but when I think about it, I was like, I have never
don't say
I've never understood them, but I know in their head they are this grand singing diva. I just know
what does it
that
start with?
is
What does
just
the name start with?
it starts with a J. Yeah. She loves to kick that leg.
What was it? Kick a leg.
Mhm.
Starts with a J.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's gonna have.
She's an auntie. The black mother.
We
of
love
Hollywood.
her. Listen, don't do my girl.
I love her.
Don't do
I
the.
love her.
Don't,
But
because
in her head, she's
no.
Whitney
Okay,
Houston. She's Jennifer Holiday.
I think
she
no.
is
Okay. Listen,
in her head.
for me, I think it gives more of like musical theater all around talent type thing, right?
Well,
That's what I
yes,
think she
yes.
is. I don't really think she believes that she's like Aretha Franklin level and Patty.
I would disagree because she is very much like, I'm in a room, there's a microphone, give me that mic.
I not just think that's her personality. Like, it's just like I'm the star of the show type thing. Like
well, yes, I'm the star. I'm the star. I'm the star.
I love my girl.
I love her though. She is so fine. I love her, and she is a legend.
Yes,
she is a legend.
Yeah. So that's why we. Yes, we allow.
Yes.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Okay.
I'm glad
we
to
gotta
be
go.
here. All right.
So, hey, yeah, you have made it to the end of another episode of Hey Saints Pod. I think I will stop asking for listener letters.
Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care.
Y'all ain't participated yet.
That's fine.
So I don't think you want to.
That's all right. Everybody ain't gonna make it in,
but
and that's okay.
In case you do, I will mention it one last time. Hey saintspod@gmail.com. If you have listener letters, if anything from today's episode sparked questions in your head, and you just have questions about today's Bible study, send them on. If you have questions about other stuff, send them on. Mm-hmm. If not, we just gonna X the segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you're not there, why hold space if you don't show up?
Huh?
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm not gonna keep.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time.
I'm not gonna keep holding the door open for somebody who's not going to walk through there.
Y'all see what y'all done?
I've done that too many times already.
It's okay, friend. It's okay, friend. We gonna make it. We don't need.
I just can't. I have learned my lesson, okay, and I can't keep repeating.
Yeah.
Past cycles. Yeah. I can't.
I'm not going in cycles.
Cycles. Anyway. So.
Okay. Close out this show.
Right. Once again, I am Jame.
And I am Zamir. We love you guys. We love y'all with the love of the Lord.
Thank you.
Hey.